Good morning, here we are again. The felt I was using the other day to put the seat box in was actually for the back window, so I'm going to have to order some more. I didn't realise at the time, but yeah, that is for this. So we'll give this a clean up. The felt go in there, you see, it's all rotted. I've already pulled it out of this one, so you fold it up and put it in there. That's what that felt coil was, so I'll have to buy some more now. Don't really matter. And it looks like there's a rubber seal around here. I have to drill these pop rivets out a bit more, ready to fit in. But I have got some different seal that I was going to use. I might just put a tube of silicone around, but we'll see. This is what I actually ordered to do the floor plates and stuff with. This putty tape, you see. It's a lot of work, but you know, that would be a good thing when it's done. So I might use this round that window, but we'll see. Or like I say, just use some silicone, proper silicone. Here's the quarter glass windows. Give them a clean up. And I actually bought some non-genuine rubber for these because I've used this rubber before, so I know there's no difference from the genuine and non-genuine in this case for that. And this can be silicone or a little bit of that putty tape, so you know, you ain't got to really worry too much. Obviously you want some decent felt, which you'll have to get another roll of, 27 quid, but then that felt was good for putting the floors in as well, so maybe I've done the right thing. And I painted these myself, but really they need to be metallic paint like the others, so I'm going to walk them up the paint shop, Marty's paint shop, and next time he paint a panel he can do these the same colour, so we'll get them two bits up there. Now I'm going to walk up there because it's a nice day. There's the roof, sanded down to 120 or 180 I mean, ready for primer. Took a long while yesterday. Made sure the holes are clear of all the rivets, but then I've pulled out this old felt because we need to take the head of the rivet out and make sure the channel is clear to take the new rivets. So we're just going to do that. So we managed to pick all them out. I've took that other window out. Obviously, when we put it back in, we've got to put the other window in before we put the rivets in, because that'll stop the window coming out, if you know what I mean. I did have to remove this piece of rubber just to get them odd few rivets out. But we'll give this a clean up now, take this rubber off and put some of that putty tape on there. Give it a wash and install it into the new, or the painted rear of the cab like. So I've pulled this, that is actually like a little bit of foam, so I'll go around that with some thinners to clean that up. I just got it off with this little knife, like that. Yeah, we'll just go around, clean that up, give it a wash, and then try and fit it into the rear bulkhead. So give them a clean, some soapy water, ready to fit. I haven't got none foam, but I'm going to use this. I might cut it down the middle so it's a bit thinner. So I think this will be a better job. But the original stuff is actually foam, but I mean that'll do a better job really. That'll seal better anyway. So I'm getting this putty tape. Obviously I started at the top because you can have a joint in the top. You don't really want a joint in the bottom, or do you want a joint in the bottom? Probably be better with a joint in the bottom actually. Anyway, it don't matter because it's putty tape. So what I have been doing just to make it fit is just giving it a pull, and that makes it go a bit thinner. And what we can do, we're worried about that, we can just overlap that joint perfect. So it's come out quite good. See like that? It should be fine. So we'll just have to go around now and open all the holes out so we can get the rivets in. Although they probably would push straight through it, unlike the felt. This is the worst bit. I hate this bit because I don't want to obviously scratch anything. But what I might do is just put a bit of soapy water around, just so I don't stick straight away, in case I don't quite line up. Well, it will line up, but you know what I'm saying. It'll give me a little bit of play. So that's what I think I'll do before I lay that in. And the reason I've put it this way up, this is the correct way up, so this is the top. And obviously I want to be able to see the rivets push right through. So I thought I'd leave it this way round. So I've got 2 POV rivets in. So I know it's on the way of lining up. So I'm pretty pleased, and that's really squished that putty in there. So I'm really pleased about that. I can see a little tiny bit of putty there, but it's not a big deal. But it's really pulled up good on that, so maybe that was a good idea. So I'm really happy. I scratched it. Done a little scratch there when I was POV riveting. And a little scratch there. Like, I know it's only small, but it's really annoying. I've left these holes here because there's a bracket go on one of them and on this one. You can see the putty in the hole though, so you know it's really well sealed. So we'll try and get these quarter windows in now. This is what happens when you buy non-genuine rubber. Fuck's sake. Look at the gap there, look. Absolute shit. So that can go back to alloy parts. I know that looks the wrong way round, but I'm sure there's stuff go on the outside in there. But maybe I need to put the window inside the rubber and see if it fit then, because there's non-genuine stuff looks a bit shit now. All I had to do is cut it the right length. Look. I mean, how far out is that? Crap. Well, maybe the rubber come right once you get it in, but that's almost in. But you're supposed to have a special tool for this. Like I said, I've used it before, but I haven't got the tool, so I'm going to see if I can get it in anyway. What I've had to do is order the rubber tool, because you just can't get this in without the rubber tool. But after putting the glass in, I do think the rubber's going to be the right length. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it doesn't matter about this rubber being non-genuine, because you can just buy this stuff on a roll. That's cheap shit. So don't think you need genuine rubber on here. You need genuine rubber on the doors and probably the window, which I got from YRM, because half the price of genuine and actually the proper OEM spec. Like I say, this rubber is just cheap stuff anyway, so don't think you need genuine, because you don't. Here, at the time you get that insert in, that would probably pull that round, and that gap will probably close up then. But you do need, like I say, you do need the tool. So I've ground the tool halt again here, and of course I've used that felt up. What I've got to put in, I've got to put the felt in here, but you know, the window's in, and I'm pleased about it, and I'm just hoping. It looked like, yeah, you can see it's all sealed up. It's come out really well. I'm really pleased with that. No scratches on the outside. Super duper. Well, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave this one here until we get that rubber tool, which I've just ordered off eBay for £14. Well, I don't even think that was £14. Anyway, we'll check it out when it comes here. Probably be here tomorrow or the next day. And then we'll continue with this. So I can't get on with anything else for today. I've ordered the special tool for that. Still waiting for these brackets off Richard chassis so I can put the rear bulkhead in, then I can fit that on and then fit the roof. So we'll prime the roof. That will be painted on Monday, I suppose. So we really need these brackets. They were supposed to come today. Well, they were supposed to come this week, I mean. They did tell me Tuesday, Wednesday, but they're not here yet, so hopefully we will get them soon. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe.